Hello and welcome to another update video on SUI. So here on the SUI chart, I'm still tracking a potential 1-2-1-2 pattern. Wave 1 to the upside into the May high. We had a wave 2 pullback into the June low, where the price bottomed around $2.30. Another wave 1 to the upside and another wave 2 to the downside. This is the daily time frame. And from here, the price could start a third wave to the upside. At least I'm watching for it. Okay, very important. I don't have any evidence that we've started this third wave yet, which means on the smaller time frame we can still make a case for 1 or 2 more lows. But again, that is something that is relevant on the smaller time frames. Bigger picture, larger time frame perspective is not, doesn't really care about this so much. Here it's just important to understand what is the context, what's the bias. The bias at the moment is bullish as long as we're holding above $2.64 with potential targets in the $10 range. However, to confirm further that we have actually bottomed, we need to see a break above this swing high around $4.30 and then a break above $5.38 would be further evidence. So on the smaller time frame, though, this is all, we need at least a 5-wave move up. Again, on the larger time frame, we have to give it more room. That's just here on the larger time frame, people are typically not so interested in the micro patterns. I typically suggest people zoom out first, get a good understanding of the context, what the chart is doing, only then zoom in, right? Only then zoom in. So it's important to understand that here clearly the reward to risk ratio is favorable for long traders. Please understand the invalidation point. The first invalidation point is at $2.30. That is the June low, okay? 264 is the key level below which probabilities already shift, which means that this 1-2 pattern will become less likely, right? But again, we're still holding upper support. We haven't even broken below the 50% Fibonacci retracement level here. So it keeps the yellow scenario for higher prices pretty much intact nicely. So yeah, in addition to that, what else are we tracking here? Well, we are tracking currently a potential third wave rally that could be in the process, yeah, or it could be a C wave to the upside. But in the short term, that doesn't really matter. So I think now with clarity about the micro support levels here and resistances, it's important to understand what is actually then the microstructure doing. So let's switch to the smaller time frame for SUI, because here it's now all about understanding. Now that we've reached this support area, can we identify a 5-wave move up? I can't at this point. So my take is still I need to see a 5-wave move up at least above $3.53, better above $3.87 for an indication that a low has formed. So we are still printing lower lows, lower highs here at the moment, yeah, in this entire sequence. This move up is a little high for a 4th wave, but it might also be an internal B wave, or we're dealing with a diagonal pattern to the downside. So what I had before was the 3rd wave here. This is also possible, but in the short term, it doesn't matter so much. Could mean this is an A, B, C of wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5, for example. Either way, the focus is still in the short term on lower prices, yeah. But bear in mind, we've entered this support zone where probabilities are quite high that the bulls turn up. But for an indication the bulls have turned up, I need to see a 5-wave move. Now, that can happen very quickly. For example, when Bitcoin breaks out to the upside, it might just take off, right? So I think the levels should all be very clear. Here on the micro level, the next micro support levels are at $3.07, $2.95, $2.85, $2.73 and $2.65. But yeah, if we go to the 1-hour time frame, you might see that this so far is only a 3-wave move to the upside. Whether I call that a wave 4 or a B wave doesn't really matter so much, but it is an ABC structure, and then we have 5 waves in the C wave. And we are still below the signal level anyway, okay? So watching here for further evidence that upside momentum is coming in. It's not clear yet. I think SUI might be waiting for Bitcoin. Until then, pay attention to the next micro support levels, which should be clear based on this analysis. And then $3.53 is the first upside breakout point. So yeah, that's the update on SUI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, chart updates, and much more. So there are also some charts that we don't cover on YouTube, for example, but you can find them here. So I hope you liked the update. Thanks so much. By the way, the link is in the description and in the comment section. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our Gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.